You absolutely need to avoid these 8 things if you're looking for a quality girlfriend. The first one, it seems pretty obvious, but is if she can't cook. Now, if she is not a Michelin star chef, that is absolutely fine. But if she doesn't have the willingness to even try to learn how to cook, this is an absolute red flag. And it's because I think us men, we think in the future, right? We think, okay, if she can't even cook for me and prepare a healthy, solid meal, how can she do that for an entire family? So number 1 is she needs to know how to cook, or at least have the willingness to learn how to cook. Number 2 is when she spends more money on, oh shit, this just fell off. Thanks, babe. If she spends more money on luxury items than on self-improvement, this is an absolute red flag. Now, I'm not saying she can't like a nice handbag or she can't have affinity towards expensive perfume or makeup, but if she tends to be extremely materialistic, this is usually somebody you want to avoid long term. Now, number 3, high body count. And I don't know if I need to explain this one, but a woman's past is a very good indicator for how she is going to behave in the future. And if you look at it just purely on a rational mathematical basis, the risk of being with a partner is extremely higher if she has had a lot of partners before. Because if she has been with 27 guys before, well, the chance of her staying with you and not leaving for some other guy or not having sex with some other guy is extremely low. But if she only had 1 or 2 partners in the past, that likelihood is obviously much smaller. Number 4 is what I call the obsessive personality. And by obsessive personality, I don't mean someone who's really in love with you or would do anything to be with you, but it's somebody who has trauma from the past, and this can stem from childhood, from family, that she has not dealt with yet, and she looks for you as this person to basically fix her entire life. Now, if it's at a point where she literally harasses you for being in a relationship with you, and she is clearly emotionally unstable, you obviously don't want to be with these types of women because they're going to destroy you long term. Now, number 5 is somebody who drinks too much. And there's nothing wrong with a girl who takes a glass of wine once a month, or she has a beer here and there with her girlfriends, but it's about volume, it's about frequency, right? If she just drinks every week or multiple times a week because she feels like she has to feel better or forget her problems, this is an absolute red flag. It's going to deteriorate her health, it's going to deteriorate your relationship with her. And there's really never a competitive advantage to having a girlfriend who drinks a lot. Number 6 is if she has, I'll be very honest, English is not my native language. I have no idea if tattoos is spelled with 1 T or 2 T's, but we'll accept it, we'll let it slide. If she has tattoos, to me, that is a red flag, and I'll tell you why. Not because of the tattoo itself, but the tattoo or a nose piercing per se, or just anything that is a skin alteration is a good indicator of her decision making. Because typically a girl who values the long term and values how she is going to be perceived, how she's going to look in the long term, is not going to make such decisions. Because a tattoo is a short-term thing, right? Is it going to look the same once she is 50 years old, 60 years old? Probably not. And actually, a lot of people regret. You see a lot of older people who regret getting tattoos when they're younger, when their skin was still fresh, still tight, but when you get old, the skin gets wrinkly and old. It's not a good look. So tattoos is really a red flag. Number 7 is if she has a lot of male friends. And there's really going to be 2 exceptions to that. Nothing else. Number 1 is if it's a gay guy. If she is friends with a guy that obviously likes men, nothing wrong with that, because he does not have any sexual potential with her. And the second exception is if he is a childhood friend. So somebody she has known for like 10 years and her whole family is friends with, that is fine. I'll accept that. Anywhere away from these 2 categories is not okay. Because think about it, if a girl does not understand that straight male guys who are friends with her are actually interested in more, especially if she's attractive, if she's not that smart, she doesn't have a good understanding of the world, and that is going to be an absolute risk for your relationship. Now, number 8, and this is the last one, is she doesn't bring you peace of mind. She doesn't protect you spiritually. I always say, as the man, you need to protect the relationship or the family physically, and the woman protects the family or the couple spiritually. And if you don't come home from work or from your job or from whatever project you're working on, and she doesn't give you that feeling of she's here for you and she makes you feel better, what's the point of being with her in the first place? like I already have enough stress, enough problems in the real world. I don't want to come home to somebody who's angry, somebody who's not going to cook, somebody who is just not going to make me feel at peace. And if I had to summarize this entire video, I would put it in one sentence. The biggest red flag is she does not improve your life in any way. And there's really many ways to improve your life, right? As we said, she can bring you peace, she can cook for you, she can push you in your business, she can inspire you, she can motivate you to work harder. But if there's nothing she does that actually makes your life better, this is definitely not someone you want to keep. Let me know if you like these videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.